Hi guys, a lot of requests on careers to pursue if I want to pursue something in the field of finance and accounts after graduation. So in this video, we're going to cover a lot of courses which are potential options for y'all, whether y'all want to stick around in India or y'all want to build a career internationally. So with that, let me get started. But before that, if this is the first time you're visiting the channel, please do subscribe, do like and share if you find any value in the content, so other people who like you can find us and we can then provide some form of value to them. We also at Zell train candidates for ACCA, CFA, CPA, CMA, IFRS and even other short-term courses like financial modeling, like financial markets in association with partnerships such as Bombay Stock Exchange. So if any of you guys need any help, whether for guidance or to actually get trained and placed, reach out to us, we'll be able to help you. So we made a video on what to do after 12th, and the first recommendation there was to get into chartered accounting. That being said, if you are a graduate, I personally feel that the journey to then get into Indian CA, which is probably the best option, the time factor is a disadvantage to start so late. So in this video, I will not be recommending you completing your CA if you've already finished your graduation. So option number one post-graduation is MBA in finance. There is a catch here, guys, a caveat here. If you do MBA in finance, it has to be from the top 20 MBA colleges. Otherwise, do not do MBA. It is not a shortcut for those of you who feel you are stuck, and an MBA, a part-time MBA or MBA from a tier 2 college will give you some advantage. In the real world, if you're not from the top MBA colleges, then you should just not do MBA. There are better options out there. But if your aspiration is to get into the IIMs or ISBs or the SP Gens, then I would recommend you take MBA as your first option in the field of finance. Along with MBA, you can also do the other courses, but yes, that would be something which gives you a strong career boost. That's option number one. Option number two, if you're a graduate and you want to get into the field of finance, I will recommend you do CFA. CFA is superb because, first of all, the eligibility criteria requires you to be a graduate or at your last year of graduation. It helps you become a specialist in the field of finance, and it is something that you can pursue along with your work experience. So let's say on an average, after graduation, you're entitled to 4 lakhs of a normal salary job. If you do CFA level 1, you immediately get a boost over there. But people who are hiring you also know that you're studying for CFA level 2 and level 3, which will give you a higher opportunity to grow than anybody else who's just a graduate in the same or in a similar kind of a role. Option number 3. Talking about chartered accounting courses, you guys have 2 options if you are graduates. One, of course, is ACCA. ACCA, which is generally a 3-level course, and it takes around 2 to 3 years. If you're a graduate, you most likely get exemption from level number 1. This makes it super easy because you've sort of completed 1/3 of the course, courtesy of your bachelor's. It helps you catch up to the time wasted, and ACCA is a very flexible course, so it gives you the advantage of completing it in the balance papers in just a year. So in a year, you can become a global qualified chartered accountant if you pick up ACCA post-graduation. So it's relatively quick to complete, it's flexible, it makes you a specialist, and you have opportunities in India as well as international. The counterpart to ACCA is completing the US CPA. The US CPA is also great qualification. You need to be a graduate. You also need to be pursuing something on the lines of MCOM, or even maybe you are a completed or dropped out of Inter CA. That's your eligibility criteria. Again, we'll take care of all the eligibility aspects, but CPA is superb if you want to become a chartered accountant of the US. We have a lot of people here who are CPAs and are working in India and in India you can work in companies like the Big Four, the KPMG, Deloitte, PwC, EYs, which are the same as you can work in after you complete ACCA, CFA or MBA. With CPAs, you can also work in American companies like Apple and Amazon, which have outsourced their accounting to India, and you help them, from India, you help build accounts and financial statements of the US companies. Also, you can go to the US, which is a dream for so many people, or you can even go to Canada. US CPA has a shortcut that gets you to Canada. So if you want to shift eventually to US or Canada, CPA is a great course. Again, you can complete it in just a year. So this is one of the other benefits that you have if you've not done much in your graduation, but you want to catch up now. ACCA, CPA, both short, when I say short, I mean a year, giving you international as well as Indian opportunities. And now guys, before the last bit, I just want to let you all know that courses like actuarial science or FRM are like CA. They're amazing courses, but I feel that if you're a graduate then these courses might have time disadvantages over anything else, and there are better opportunities which you all should ideally aim for. CMA is a great opportunity again for professionals because you can finish the entire thing in 6 to 9 months. US CMA. It has opportunities in India as well as other countries. So if you all want to know about any of the courses we've spoken about in depth, we have an entire list of videos we've created on detailed aspects of CFA, ACCA, CPA and CMA. Lastly guys, if y'all are still wanting to do something but y'all want to take up a skill-based course rather than a certification-based course like these, then there are opportunities where you can work with there are institutes which train you in investment banking, which train you in basic banking, which elevate you as an expert in the field of finance and accounts but do not have a certification along with it. These are also great courses. But it's on you. Do you want to take up a course which is 6 months, which is more into upskilling, which trains you as a skill set, helps you get placed, but has no recognized degree or certification, or do you want to pursue an MBA or one of these known certifications because that has more security? Guys, both are fine. Honestly, today the world is changing. People do depend more on skill sets than your resume. So it's a win-win. India being India requires more security and safety. So that's why people generally prefer going for certification courses. So I'll leave that up to y'all. That being said, I think these are a lot of options that y'all have. Like I said, please do see our other videos because they cover a lot of aspects on MBA versus CFA and which from these courses also which ones you should choose. So maybe there'll be a lot of guidance for you guys, and at the end of it, if nothing, always feel free to reach out to us. We'll help you with whatever questions you'll have.